upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess.
Hey y'all, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. Before I get into this video, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share because I really want to get my channel up and running for you guys. So yes, so today's video, I will be giving y'all the rundown on everything Carnival Horizon, and I'm not going to waste any time because this is actually going to be a long video. So stay tuned and let's get into it. All right, so we actually went on the Western Caribbean Carnival Horizon cruise. It was a 7-day cruise, and for the total amount for just 2 people, for me and my cousin, it was $1608.44, which was about $804 a person. So it actually would have been a little bit cheaper for us, but we ended up switching cruise boats because we booked something else first, and then we was like, nah, like we not feeling the island, so like let's go back to our original plan to go on Carnival Horizon. I was trying to be cheap and save money, but you know. So I didn't know that you actually were allowed to switch cruise boats. So it was only a $50 fee for us to switch, which wasn't bad. So I was like, all right, cool. And then we also had the option to pay our gratuities ahead of time, which I didn't know you could do. So instead of like every time like the service people are like giving you food and all that stuff, like you don't have to tip them every time because you already paid for the tips. The only thing is like with the drinks and stuff, they automatically tip that. So like it's a separate thing. So your drinks will always get taxed out and whatever. So you can actually pay your gratuities ahead of time. It was $77. So we were like, we might as well just get it out the way because I'm not gonna be counting on how much I'm tipping everybody because that was already too much. So the booking process was fairly easy. We actually booked the cruise in June of last year, and it was a $300 deposit, so we split it $150 a piece. And we had until December 18th to finish paying everything off. We paid everything off by September. For me, I had 2 jobs last year. So I had a job in the summer and I had my regular job. So basically my summer job paid for the entire trip because I was just trying to get it out the way, and I got paid every week. So I was like, every week I was just throwing money on it. So we paid it off pretty fast. We had the interior stateroom. If you see part 1 of my birthday vacation, I gave you guys a room tour of the interior stateroom. We got the 2 twin beds. We were on deck 8 midship. So we were actually in the best spot. I think, I don't know, I've watched a lot of videos, so I think like being in the middle of the boat is like the best place, and like we were actually in the deck in the middle too, so it was cool. Because I definitely didn't want to be at the bottom of the boat or whatever. So yes, that was that. Embarkation was so easy. I thought it was going to be complicated. I thought I was going to get lost. Like literally they have a line for early check-in and then on-time check-in. So we got to the port at like 12:45ish, and we weren't supposed to board until like 1:30. So we just went into the regular line, and then they took our IDs and stuff, and then we went through security and all that stuff, and then we got on the boat. It was easy. They have the, before you get on the boat, actually, they have where you go to the front desk. They ask you how much money you want to put on your key card that helps you get into the room, and that has all your information on it and your money. So I think we both put $100 on it just to like start off because, you know, we were trying to save somebody and see how everything was looking on the boat. But they do have a machine on the boat, so like if you wanted to add more money to your card, you absolutely can through the machine because they don't take cash or debit at all. You have to use that Carnival card that they give you. And I'm upset because I cannot find mine. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm just like upset about that. Side note. What's something that's also really good, they actually have an app for the cruise. So it's called Carnival Hub. That basically has all your stuff on there, your itinerary, all that good stuff. Everything is on the Carnival app. Now they have Wi-Fi on the boat. At first, me and my cousin were like, we're not getting the Wi-Fi. We're gonna unplug. We're not gonna be on our phones. Yeah, okay. As soon as we got on that boat, a couple hours later, we was like, yeah, this is dead. We need some Wi-Fi. So we paid for the basic one. It was like just social. So it would only cover social media, no emails or anything like that. So it was only $50 for the entire week. So we was like, that ain't nothing. So we paid it. So I don't know if you guys remember in part 1 also when we were trying to figure out what we spent our money on from that one night. We forgot that we paid for the Wi-Fi, which was the $50. So that's where the $100 almost was going from. We totally forgot about that. So there's that. So I forgot to add, on the actual Carnival Hub app, they have a group chat thing. So like you can chat with anybody on the boat. It's like $5, and basically you just type in the person's name and their name will pop up and they'll say start chat. So it's like, because your phones pretty much are dead zones on the boat. So like if you want to get in contact with one of your peoples, you can just text them like through the app and it'll come through if they got the Wi-Fi. So that was cool. Only thing I didn't like was like as soon as we got off the boat, they cut that shit right off. I'm like, damn, what if I wanted to get somebody a name to write it down or whatever? So basically, once you're off the boat, the app does not work. So yes. As far as like having actual money, physical money on me, I had $400 cash on me. And that lasted me through the whole week. Like, I'm surprised. Well, I was actually monitoring my money too, so I wasn't trying to spend everything. So I had $400 cash on me. My cousin was just swiping her card away. I'm like, girl, you got that. I need to physically see how much money I have and how much I'm spending. So $400 lasted me the entire week. I spent majority of my cash on the islands actually buying drinks and food, which I didn't do too much of, but $400 was enough for me. Like, I think next time I definitely will bring more money, because I mean, it's always good to have more money on you, but just for me, I had 400 and I made it work. So there's that. As far as the liquor and stuff on the boat, you are allowed to bring 1 bottle of wine. Each person is allowed to bring a bottle of wine with them. It has to be like the regular standard size. You can't get the jumbo ones because, you know, we were trying to finesse. We were going to get a big ass bottle and keep it moving, but they said it has to be like the regular bottle wine size. So you are allowed to bring 1 bottle of wine per person. So that lasted us about, for me, mine lasted like about 3 days because I didn't really drink it that much. So you can do that. Now, as far as buying the liquor on the boat, because I know I told you guys in part 1, I'm going to keep saying this because if you haven't watched it, you have to go watch part 1 to see what I'm talking about. So in part 1, I was telling you guys how we were going to plan on buying liquor on the boat. See, what had happened was we were almost about to go buy a bottle, but thank God one of our cruise friends was like, don't do it, because what they're going to do is you're going to buy your bottle, pay for it, but you're not getting it back until we get off the boat when we get back to Miami. I'm like, what? So we would have bought a bottle and we wouldn't have been able to drink it until we got home. So it was like, I'm glad we didn't. So if you're buying liquor on the boats, make sure you know that you're not getting it until you get home because of the minors on the boat, which I think is stupid. Like, don't matter care if they drinking a little bit, whatever. Like, that's not my problem. I came here to drink. I'm not a minor, but yeah. So just make sure you guys are aware of that if you're buying liquor on boat. And it's actually not that expensive either, like, surprisingly. So the prices are pretty good, but just know you ain't getting it back till you get off. Okay, so I'm sorry, I have a list, so I'm just trying to make sure I cover everything for you guys. Okay, so now photos. We decided to, I didn't think I was actually gonna buy any pictures, but we ended up buying all these pictures. So they have on the Carnival app the options of, you can do a digital one, which will just get sent directly to your phone, or you can do digital and a printout, so they'll print it out, or you can just do a printout, or they'll put it on like one of those little things that you can plug into your computer or whatever, flash drive. So the pictures were actually not that expensive. Like, I was blown away. So we ended up taking pictures like right before we got on the boat. I will show you guys now. So we did that, and when the first night, they have a lot of deals going on, like the first night you get there. So it was only like $10 for that picture that we paid for. And then I got, I think, like 2 or 3 more pictures, which I will show you guys now. And I think I paid about $13 a piece for those. And I had got like a 10% off card. But I think they're only like $20 or maybe under that. But they have a lot of deals going on. But like when you're on the boat, they have people taking pictures everywhere. They have different setups, different backdrops, different backgrounds, all that good stuff. They're everywhere. So, and it costs nothing for them to take your pictures. You just take your pictures. They ask you for your stateroom number, and they'll go on your on the Carnival Hub app, and you'll see all your pictures on there, and you can pick which ones you want. Now, the funny thing about that is other people's pictures were on my app. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I have these people's pictures on my phone. Are they gonna get up? Like, and it was funny because some people said that my pictures were on their phone too. And I'm just like, I think it was just like the order of how the photographers were taking the pictures. So don't be alarmed if you see other people's pictures on your app. I'm pretty sure they got their pictures. Cause I was like, I felt bad, cause I'm like, these are so cute. What if they put their pictures, whatever, but you know, whatever. So there's that. So the one thing I wish somebody would have told me was about these elevators, because nobody tells you about the elevators. But I'm gonna tell you now, the elevators are so fucking confusing. It took us at least 3 days just to figure out what was going on. So like I said, we were in midship. Now, we took the elevators sometimes, not all the time, but what they don't tell you is sometimes, like if we are in midship and we get on the elevator, that elevator can drop us off either in the front of the boat or in the back of the boat. So we're like, where are we? Like, we know we're on the right floor, but we can't figure out where we're at because it dropped us off in the back or in the front, and we got in midship. So just be aware of that, because you could be getting on in the front of the boat and end up in the back, and you try and get in the middle. So, you know, it just takes a couple days to get used to, like, to getting around. So just make sure you guys are definitely aware of that, because I was confused for a few days. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Mad confused. Okay, so let's get into these excursions, okay? So we prepaid for our excursions ahead of time because we just felt like it would be easier that way, instead of waiting till we got on the boat and then there weren't any excursions for us to do because people already booked them up. So I always suggest, well, not always, I'm just suggesting, if you're gonna do a excursion, book ahead of time. That way you are secure, your shit is safe, you're good. Because we booked through Carnival, so we booked on the Carnival, like it'll show you whatever port or wherever island you're gonna be at. It tells you all the excursions they have available for you guys. So we just went through all of them, see which ones we wanted to do, and we just did it that way because I was like, I don't want to wait, and I'm definitely not trusting the locals because I be hearing things, and I know people hear things about that. I don't trust these local people. I'm good. So I was like, no, we're gonna book through Carnival. And the good thing about booking through Carnival is that if you book an excursion through Carnival and say something happened on your excursion and you're missing the time for you to get back on the boat physically cannot leave you behind because you booked through them. If you booked from a local and you don't make it back to the boat, you're ass out. So that's just another security thing. If you are booking through Carnival, they will not leave you if something happens on your excursion. So just keep that in mind. So in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, we did the ATV adventure. When we first booked it, it said that they were going to take us ATV riding. We were doing cliff diving, and then they were supposed to take us to Margaritaville. So we were like, all right, bet. So like a few months. So it was actually my bad. It was $104.99, no tax, straight like that. And so we paid for it. And then like a couple months later, like we were checking it out, and my cousin was like, didn't it say that they were taking us to Margaritaville? And I'm like, it did. So what happened? So they end up changing it and said instead of doing Margaritaville, they were taking us like to like a local mall or some shit like that. And I'm like, dang, like we really wanted to go to Margaritaville. So there's that. It gives you all the information and stuff. I read the reviews. I just know like I wanted to have fun, and when we were in Jamaica, it was my actual birthday, and I realized my entire trip, I never told y'all how old I turned. So I turned 24 on my birthday, and I was in Jamaica, and it was amazing. And the funny thing about Margaritaville is that we forgot all about Margaritaville, and then we were walking through the shops because my cousin was trying to find an ATM because we wanted to tip the people who were doing the drums and the guy that was dancing that I showed you guys in part 2. But then I looked over and I was like, I'm like, cool, ain't that Margaritaville over there? I'm like, oh, we over there. And I'm glad we went because as y'all seen, I had a good fucking time. So if y'all didn't see part 2 either, check out part 2 because Margaritaville, Ocho Rios is the place to be, okay? For Grand Cayman, we were originally planning to do parasailing. And I really wanted to do parasailing, guys. Like, I was so excited. But we decided like, maybe like we'll find something cheaper on the island. Like that we didn't care about. So then that's what happened when we got to the beach and stuff. And the people that like the friends we were with and stuff, they were like, guys, like they have jet skis and it's only $50 a person. So I'm like, oh, okay, we could just do some jet skis then. Because we really weren't planning to do anything crazy there. And so it was like, whatever. And then if you've seen in part 2, I almost died and I would never do a jet ski again. So there's that. And then in Mexico, we did the thrill and chill, zip lining, snorkeling, and beach. Now that place was so beautiful. I'm upset that I started thinking about all the things I could have recorded and I forgot. I was so in the moment that I forgot to even show you guys the place. Like, we were on a private beach. It was so beautiful out there. And it was so nice. We paid $89.99 for that, which I was surprised because we did a whole bunch of shit and I would have thought it would have costed more. So it was $89.99 and we had a good fucking time, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we had a good time. As far as like getting your tickets information, because I know I said in part 1 that we were gonna go to the information desk and stuff and ask around, but the guy said that everything will be getting sent to our room when like we get our key card and stuff. So when we got our key cards, our excursion tickets were in the little envelope. So we had all our excursion tickets on Embarkation Day, so that way it was cool. So the only thing that I didn't like we weren't allowed to have our phones out on the excursions, which made me upset because like I really wanted to get footage for y'all and I couldn't because we weren't allowed to have our phones. Like for the ATV riding, like I was trying to get a video of me driving it actually, but the lady was like, oh, I wish I could, but you know, we have another group of people coming, so I can't do it. So I was like, okay. And then with this zip line, and they were like, oh, put all y'all shit in a locker. So we had to put everything in a locker, so we weren't even allowed to have our phones out. So yeah, Grant came in, my cousin had my phone and I had her phone. This hoe started walking off. I'm chasing her down this damn beach, and y'all know I didn't have no voice on this trip. So I'm screaming her name and I'm like, where are you going? Like, you have my phone. Like, it was just, Grant came in was really the worst. But that pretty much will wrap up part 1 because I have other things I need to tell you guys and I feel like this video is already mad long. So part 2, I will talk about all the fun stuff as far as like the staff, food, drinks, dinner experience, everything, all that will be in another video. Well, actually, I'm gonna do it after I finish this one. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If there's anything else you want to know that you feel like I might have left out or any questions you have, just comment down below. I will answer them the best I can because I'm trying to get all the information I can out here for you guys just so you know the real tea about this stuff. All right, so thanks for watching and I will see you guys in part 2.